So I want to talk about the real truth of trading, and I already kind of posted this in my Discord, so some people may have already saw this a few weeks ago back when I posted this. But I just want to go over, like, if you're a new trader, there's no way you're going to understand what I'm about to tell you. So I'm just gonna tell you something. So I'm gonna start going over kind of the plays I did in stream today. So obviously, you don't know or understand the way I enter yet, which I will get there eventually, but I'm going to show you the 3 plays I took today and show you like why psychology plays such an important factor in the market. So the trade I took was, we had this bearish gap here, okay, and we closed above it. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to long. So I took the long, stopped out immediately, and I was kind of going for 1R here to this high. If you are a new trader, okay, which keep in mind, most of you probably are, and this is your, let's say this is your first play of the day. You see the candle close above and then we close below. You are probably like, oh my God, I just instantly got stopped out. It instantly went in the opposite direction. I can't imagine the emotions you must be feeling if you're a new trader. I can't imagine. I'm telling you, if I was a new trader and I just lost that trade, I'd be like, oh my God, like I'd be down bad. I'd want to revenge trade immediately. I'm like, oh my God, I just got stopped out of 2 seconds. Like, F this. I'm just going to start revenge trading. And you don't understand that no matter, like, when you're done with this boot camp, you're going to do something stupid like that. You're going to take a loss like this and you're going to do some stupid, dumb, whatever. And great. I think that's good because it'll teach you not to do that. So I'm not going to tell you not to do it. I think you're going to do it naturally, even no matter what I say. And that's just going to be it. But imagine if you're a new trader, this is your first play of the day, and you took this loss. How do you feel? You probably feel like, oh my God, the market just saw me enter. It instantly turned. And it would suck. So then you're probably thinking, yeah, I'm going to revenge trade this. Look at this. You're revenge trading in the most awful price action ever. So 1, you lose your play. 2, your mind's going to be like, I'm going to revenge trade in this restart getting horrible price action. And you're going to blow your account. So today what I did is I literally took this loss. I'm like, okay, well, that's it. And I literally just sat out the rest of the time. But if I was new, I don't think I would have been able to do that. I'm being very, very truthful. I don't think I would have been able to sit out the rest of the time. And then I ended up finally taking another play. So there was a 2-minute bearish gap broken after taking some lows. Okay, so I kind of like this. I kind of like the momentum back above. Okay, we kind of got a candle close back above this very value gap. So I'm like, okay, this is pretty bullish. I expect this high to hit at least. And then maybe like this high. And it was pretty good risk to reward in my opinion. So I was kind of expecting that. Now, look at this trade, man. I was up and then I was down. I didn't actually stop out because I'm like, oh, this looks like a bullish entry model into this bullish fair value gap in discount. Okay. I was like, oh, we're below the 0.5. And I'm like, I'm not stopping out. I felt like this was going to hold. And so I risked 200 on this play initially, and I actually only lost like 130 because the candle close or the stop out wasn't as bad as I thought. So I kind of had $70 to play with. So because of my circumstance, okay, I held a little bit because I was willing to risk a little more, and I held even though we closed back below this inverse fair value gap, okay, which I will go over in a later video. I held because I'm like, okay, this looks like a normal classic ICT model. We took sell side. We got displacement up. We got a market structure shift, whatever. And I held. And meanwhile, in chat, there's people in my chat being like, oh, I just blew an account. How in the world do you blow an account on a down move like this? There's just no way. You're over leveraging. You need to risk. You need better risk management. You should not be losing an account off this dump. Okay, I'm telling you. And imagine me, I just took a loss in front of 500 people. Now I'm in a play where it went in my direction. I didn't move south of break even. Now we're down 200. I'm like, oh my God, like 500 people are watching this. And then it finally goes in my direction. First off, who is willing to hold this? Second off, how emotional would you be if you were in drawdown and you already took 1 loss? You'd probably be pretty emotional. And third, you're going to be too emotional where, okay, even though I might still be in the trade, you might not be able to hold. And it just goes to show you that 3, 4, 5 years of experience is really going to change that. Like everything I just explained will be changed with experience for the better, not for the worse, but for the better. And it was just a very tough day mentally. And then we finally got another short right here. We kind of dumped through this bearish or this bullish gap. So I'm like, okay, I'm shorting here. And I took her, and it really sped up immediately. It just sped up. And boom, play was over. I targeted lower day. Okay, bunch of buy stop sitting here. So that like just goes to show that no matter how much, like if you watch this boot camp, I don't care how many hours you spend in this boot camp, you will not learn you will not learn something like that. You will not learn to train your mind. Training your mind is the biggest thing in trading. Like I did today for years, okay? You need to have the market experience for years, not months, years. Because a lot of people would have revenge traded, they would have blown their accounts here. And you're literally battling against artificial intelligence. You're literally battling against robots. You're battling against AI. They have no emotions. And you're going against these emotionless robots. And you have to understand that. So it was definitely a very interesting day psychologically. And I just want to use this example to tell you, like, there is nothing in this world. There's not a single course. There's not a single free boot camp. There's not a free, any paid, any single anything that will help you fix this problem besides trading a long time. I'm telling you, because that's how I fixed it. So this is a big, big wake up call for anyone who thinks they're getting the concepts but are still blowing accounts, because I'm telling you, you will. Okay, you will. And if you don't, then consider yourself lucky, and you probably still will at some point. So I just want to take the time, go over this. Today was a very good example, and yeah, that's it for this video. I think the main message you should take away from this video is there's going to be difficult days where everything's going to make sense in hindsight, but in live time, like in hindsight, when I'm looking at this trade, I don't have any emotion right now. But in live time, if I take this loss, I'm emotional, or somewhat emotional. I'm obviously not that emotional anymore, but I'm emotional. Okay. In hindsight, it's like, oh, I took the loss here. I don't have any emotions. I wouldn't have revenge traded this, but in live time, would you have? Yeah, probably, because you're emotional and you don't know that in hindsight. So big wake up call. I just want to make sure you all understand that watching this boot camp is not going to solely help you because of today. Using this example is just years of experience, man. It's just, you have to accept defeat sometimes. You have to accept the risk. You have to back test. You have to listen to what I'm saying, and you're all going to discover this all on your own. Okay. That is it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.